Hey, so today's topic is whitening. It's going to be a two-part video because I feel like talking about the actual tooth anatomy is really important with understanding how to care for your teeth and actually how whitening works. So this first part is more informative. I'm excited because I'm a huge nerd, so this is awesome for me. And anybody who knows me, this is good. So, anywho, just gonna be looking at my laptop for notes just because it's a lot, and dentistry is extremely detailed, and so am I. So, here we go. I hope you enjoy it. So let's start with the actual tooth itself. The tooth has 3 layers. You're going to have your outer layer, which is your enamel. That's what is stained whenever you drink coffee, tea, use tobacco products, wine, anything like that. So that's the outer portion. It's more of a opalescent kind of color, translucent more so. The layer underneath of the enamel is called the dentin. Dentin is more yellow. And then the layer under the dentin is the pulp. So the pulp is the nerve of the tooth. So if anybody has had or has heard of somebody having a root canal, that's because of decay, aka cavity, going through the enamel to the dentin all the way to the root, to the pulp in the root where the nerve is, and that's why a lot of people have tooth pain and then they go to the dentist and they have to have a root canal. It's because they let that cavity get so bad and didn't know that they had one because maybe they didn't have x-rays or they weren't going to their normal cleaning, or it just happened really fast, any one of those. So that's why that happens sometimes. Kind of off topic, I'll cover that in a different video. So anyway, you have the 3 layers. The one that's outside that gets whitened is the enamel. So, on top of the enamel, after you brush your teeth, everybody starts acquiring what's called a pellicle. Basically, it's the slime layer. So no matter how many times you brush your teeth, it's going to form. So coffee, wine, all of those staining drinks and foods even, they will stick to that pellicle, and that's what's going to be starting to stain, especially if it's not removed, and if it's not removed properly, then that's what's going to be sitting and hardening on the outside layer of the enamel. So another thing that I want to talk about is before you start whitening, make sure you are on an at least 6-month recare at the very most with your dental hygienist. Making sure that you have your teeth cleaned every 6 months is super, super, super important, because the plaque is what I was talking about yesterday. That's the bacteria that poops acid on your teeth. That is soft. If that's not disrupted by your toothbrush, if you're missing your gum lines, and if you're not flossing, that's going to harden from the minerals in your saliva. So that is going to turn to tartar, also known as calculus. So that tartar can retain staining on it, and you can't remove that. Only dental professionals like myself, like a hygienist, can remove that with special technique and instruments. I know there's instruments that people can buy. Don't do that. You're just making it harder for us. You're just flattening the tartar on your teeth. You're not doing yourself a favor, in my opinion. So that's what I have to say about that. And okay, one more thing before I talk about products in my next video is, if you are anything like me, I'm literally balancing my phone on my coffee cup, so I love coffee. A lot of the times people sip it throughout the day. Don't do that. If you can, drink your coffee in one sitting. That's going to be one consumption, and then you can drink water afterwards and really swish around with water. You could swish around with the mouthwash I'm going to talk about in my next video, but really rinsing with water after wine, after coffee, after tobacco products, anything that might be staining, rinse with water. That's going to help take off some acidity. Black tea especially is super acidic and it stains horribly. Please rinse with water and drink your tea in one sitting. That's also going to help reduce cavities too, since that's going to be less acid on your teeth. So I'll be starting my next video, so look for that. I hope this gave a little bit of background insight. Sorry, it's a little scatterbrained. If you know me, that's my life. So, alright, I will see you in the next video.